Welcome to actually what? Where we turn our wine nights into content. And ask me why I'm crying. Go ahead, ask me why I'm crying. It's because I thought we were recording and we weren't. So
Luckily, we didn't get too far into it.
We got about 10 minutes in, but it's still. How much do you guys think that we drank in the last 10 minutes? No, I'm just kidding. We didn't drink that much, but I'm glad that we noticed. Bummer. But anyways, today's episode, we're just going to recap really quick. Today's episode is going to be about green flags. And the green flags, for those of you that don't know, are the opposite of a red flag. Basically anything that makes you go, oh, you know what? Maybe I do want to date this person. Maybe I could date this person.
Right. Like I think I said in the last attempt was... It's like equated to a light, red light, stop, bad, icky. Green light, all right, let's go. Let's fucking do this.
Exactly. So that's the difference between red flag, green flag. And we're recording this time, and I'm really happy about that.
Right. I think the other thing I wanted to say before was these are responses from Stephanie or Steggy Stardust Instagram. And if you would like to be a part of our future podcasts and you want to, send a response to us or a topic suggestion or whatever, follow us on Instagram, Steggy Stardust, or actually, you know what? Sometimes Mal Kirby with 2 eyes. I don't really do it as much as Stephanie does. Also, if you'd like to be a part of our Discord where we also do polls or we do video chats and we come up with topics that way, send us a DM or send us some type of fucking smoke signal and we will add you to our Discord. All right. Green flags, go.
So anyways, I just want to let you know that I was just looking at my Ring camera and there was a fox in the backyard and I'm really bummed out that my Ring camera is like so low on battery right now that I can't do a live view. And I keep meaning to charge the camera and I'm like, but it's gold. I have to go out there. Fox. But yeah, there's a fox back there and he's always back there. I try to throw things out for him once in a while. I'm like, chicken?
Cutie.
He is so cute. He's so tiny, too. But anyways, the first red flag that we were talking about was active listening.
Green
versus,
flag. Wasn't it green flag?
I'm sorry, green flags. Yeah. I was thinking about
It's been a night, guys.
It's been a long night. But no, the first green flag was active listening, which is the polar opposite of reactive listening.
Right.
So it was, me talking and somebody listening to me and going, yeah, I'm here because I want to vent to you or you want to vent to me or whatever, versus like, I don't really care what's the whole the logic versus
right.
And you were talking about it.
Yeah, I said something along the lines of like, sometimes and I feel like this, if we're going off our own experiences, right? Stephanie and I are women and we've dated mostly men, right?
See.
Yes. So our experiences are, as a woman, we sometimes like to vent. We like to fucking just air our grievances to our significant others or our friends or whoever's listening. And it is a green flag when a man wants to just listen to us vent and not try to logically solve our problems. Because sometimes the logic isn't going to work and sometimes we just need to bitch and you just need to listen.
Right.
And so I agree, like active listening without being like, well, I think this and that and you should have done this in that situation is it's a green flag and it's a red flag if the guy does the other thing. So
right, where it's like I actually think that you should have done that. It's like, I'm not asking you for your opinion. I just need you to listen to me.
Right.
Really, just listen to me.
Just listen.
Let me vent for a
Sometimes
little bit.
You just need to be a hype girl. Even if you're a dude, you need to be like,
hype me up.
Like, fuck that bitch. You fucking didn't deserve that.
Fuck
you
Denise.
are
She
too
sucks.
good for that.
Yeah,
like,
you know what? She is a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I just want you to agree with me.
Right.
I don't want you to go, well, I need more context.
Right.
Fuck you and your context.
No, we already talked about that. I don't want to talk about that again. I got real heated about that.
Actually, got real. I don't want to visit that part of me again.
No.
But no, that's a good one. The other one, another green flag was sharing the joy of others, how animals respond to them, active listening, empathy, and consideration. So this is multiple green flags.
Okay.
I will say sharing the joy of others is a super green flag.
Yeah.
I love when, like, whether it's a friend, a boyfriend, a whatever, an acquaintance, anybody who you say, oh yeah, yeah, this happened to me. I got a promotion, or I got this, or this happened. And they're like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Huge green flag. If
Oh,
I hear
my
that my
God.
significant other is celebrating other people's wins, like, oh yeah, so I don't know if you know, but fucking Joe Schmo got a promotion, or they're pregnant, or
Yeah.
whatever. That's awesome. And I'd be like, "Ugh, I'm kind of like into you right now.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's because, I mean, I know you
Yeah.
and I personally have been victimized by people
not giving a
not
shit, yeah.
celebrating our wins.
Which is insane.
So I think when we are around people, whether they are our significant others or not, but especially if there are potential significant others or whatever,
Yeah.
it's so refreshing, and it's such a green flag for someone to be like, if say I'm like telling my potential significant other about something cool that happened to me at work or something, and they're like, oh my God, congrats, like I'm gonna buy you a drink, and I'm gonna like take care of the tab tonight, and I'm gonna like get you, like I'm bringing you flowers next time I see, whatever, just like little things like that is such
Yeah.
a fucking green flag. I feel like there's so many instances in a lot of people's lives lately, like millennials maybe have dealt with this with certain people. I don't know, just like some people just don't care or don't like go out of their ways to like make you feel celebrated for the things that you accomplish, or you like millennials in general have a hard time talking about their accomplishments.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm telling you about something, I'm almost being vulnerable in that.
100%. I agree with that.
And I want you to be happy for me.
I feel like we are so like trained to be humble and to not celebrate our wins. And so I think when you feel vulnerable enough or safe enough to celebrate those wins with somebody, that like is a huge thing.
Yeah.
And like it should be people going, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
And not people going, okay,
cool anyway. Right.
Yeah, cool anyway, which yeah. So I 100% agree with you. I think that sharing the joy of other people, which this person said, I think that's a huge thing. And I think that if I see my significant other celebrating their friends' wins or whoever's wins around them, I think that's like a huge green flag, because I'm so used to guys being like, yeah, well, good for them. It's never going to happen for me. And it's like, oh my God. Yeah, no, you're the biggest
Like everything
loser.
about you. Yeah.
Everything bad happens to you. So
yeah, it's so gross.
I get that. So let's move on to another green flag. Another green flag was being honest with what you are wanting out of a relationship from the beginning. And that came from a guy, which was very like,
that's refreshing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you're saying that, because 100%, like I agree. Like,
Yeah.
And I had this happen to me while I was dating on the dating apps earlier this year. I went on a date with somebody, or before we even went on a date, he told me from the beginning, I'm not looking for anything serious. This is what I'm doing right now. And I was like, you know what? Thank you for telling me. Yeah, I'd still love to go out to dinner with you because I think you're really cool.
Right.
But now I know not to expect.
Right. Now we're I'm like expecting friendship.
Yeah. Now I know
fun.
that this is literally just a dinner, and like we're just gonna go out. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna like have dinner together. We're gonna have a good conversation. It's not gonna go past that, and I can keep pursuing whatever I'm trying to pursue. I thought it was very refreshing, as opposed to somebody who's like, yeah, I'm looking for a relationship, and then 3 dates later,
nothing serious though.
I'm not looking for anything serious.
Nothing serious.
All right, well, that's actually fucking crazy. What do you mean? So I think that is super refreshing.
Yes. And especially like, not to bring our age into it, but that's kind of the premise of a lot of the podcast.
Right.
Especially at our age. Like if you're...
And this person's much younger than us. So they're like 8 years younger than us.
Right. So it's important to people in their mid-20s and their mid to late 30s.
It's important at any age.
Yeah.
I think
like,
right now it's obviously more important because like right now you're like, I don't want to waste time.
Right.
But I think it's important at any age to be like, I would much rather respect somebody that says from the beginning, I don't think I want anything super serious. I'm just letting you know that now. Versus somebody that goes, yeah, I want something super serious. And then 3 dates later, I'm not that serious. Okay.
But then you also have to read between the lines, because I've had people say that to me.
Right.
I don't want anything serious, But then when you pull away, I'm going to constantly pull you back.
How dare you? You said you didn't want anything. That's actually fucking crazy. That's what I mean. Like, you, from the beginning, you say what you want.
Right.
You date with intention, whether the intention is I want to find somebody to settle down with, or I want to find somebody to just date, or I'm just trying to have fun, whatever it is. Set your intention from the beginning.
100%.
Because there's 1,000 people out there that want the same fucking thing that you do.
Yeah, it's a green flag at any age, like you said.
Yeah.
I think if it might not be a red flag if you're really young, if someone doesn't know what they want. Because if you're like just entering your 20s or something, that's normal. In my opinion, I think that's normal for people not know what they want.
Yeah.
But then they should say that at least. Like, I don't know what I want. If you don't want to fuck with that, then let's not do this, you know?
Cool.
But yeah, 100%.
Give me a chance.
If you really know what you want, that is kind of hot in a way. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, I like that.
I love that. So yeah, I think that was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
When they have their own hobbies and they don't treat me like their entire personality upgrade. So I think when they have their own hobbies is a really good one, because that's something that you and I have talked about before.
Yes. A man or anyone, any human actually, should have hobbies.
Yeah.
And their hobbies could be as simple as, I don't have, like, me speaking personally about myself, I don't have extravagant hobbies. I don't really have the mental, emotional, physical capacity to have crazy involved hobbies. Like, some people with my exact life and schedule might, but I just don't. So my hobbies include gaming occasionally with friends or on my Nintendo Switch, reading a chapter or two here or there, playing a game on my, like, I play Wordle with my mom. I do that. Scrolling on TikTok here and there. I enjoy witchcraft type stuff here and there. But I don't have like extensive involved hobbies, but I do have hobbies. I enjoy gardening sometimes. But every human should have something, like whether it be super involved or not.
Right.
It's like if a dude, all he does is like, or a significant other or whatever, all they do is just work and like come home and like exist. Yeah. Like, what are you doing to enrich your life, you know?
And am I the only thing that enriches your life? Like,
right. That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that I struggle with when it comes to significant others, because I feel like it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I find people that have too many hobbies outside of the relationship, and then I find people that have no hobbies outside of it.
Or like not a good balance of it.
Yeah, not a good balance of it. And I'm like, well, I can't be the only thing that like you like outside of work. You know, I can't be the only, like, I can't be your entire world.
Right.
Because that's a lot of pressure.
Well, you're busy.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all busy. We're almost 40 years old. Yeah. I have other shit going on.
Right.
And if you want to be part of that, cool. But there are things that you cannot be involved in.
Right.
One of those things is going to be the podcast.
Right.
You're not going to be involved in my tarot stuff. You're not going to be involved in certain aspects of my life.
Right.
You have to be okay with that.
Right.
And you gotta have your own shit too.
Right.
I think
like sometimes go away, you know?
but sometimes go do your own thing.
Right.
Because, eventually if we live together, I'm not going to be next to you all the time.
No.
I don't want that.
No.
I did. Maybe you sleep there and I sleep here.
Sometimes Roy will like, quote unquote, surprise me with like coming home from work because like work got canceled or something. And I'm like, do you think this is making me happy?
Hey, I don't like that.
Like, I had a whole entire plan of the day, and
the
now
way that you ruined my day.
And now I'm like, crazy. cool. You could be home, but I'm not gonna be here, or I'm gonna be doing my own thing. I'm gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna go do what I was gonna do before.
Hey, I didn't like that. Actually, that would ruin my fucking day.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, I think that somebody having their own hobbies, and here's my thing, is that if you have a hobby or you have an interest that you are into, yes, I think that I am going to want to have a part in it.
Mm-hmm.
where I want to know about
Right,
it.
I want to know what you do, know what you enjoy about it. Yeah.
I want to be a part of it because I want to support you, and I think that it'd be cool if I knew about it. But I don't need to be a part of it all the time.
Right, I don't need to be as big of a part of it as maybe you're a part of it. But
I think that maybe it's cool that like I'm there sometimes,
Right.
and like I know about it and I support you. But like I just like if you and me have this podcast, and like if they wanted to be a part of it, I'd be like, no, actually, it's my thing.
Well, like
you know?
same. I guess a good way of putting it is like, okay, Stephanie and I aren't in a romantic relationship.
What?
Unfortunately.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, we don't.
The whole time?
What was that from the whole time? Oh my god.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
The whole time?
The whole time. The whole
The
time.
whole time? The whole time.
Are you laying on the bed?
What's happening?
Oh,
Sid?
there's you.
No, you're not gonna lay on the bed. You're just being a brat.
He's just like, I'm gonna stand on it though.
I don't know. I'm gonna be a real
But
bitch about it.
Stephanie and I unfortunately aren't in a romantic relationship. However, we enjoy a lot of the same things, and the things that she's more involved in than I am, I want to experience with her. So
yeah,
I'm probably going to go to C2E2 with her, in the next season, if that actually happens.
So excited.
And I enjoy that kind of stuff. I enjoy the comic world, or the, what's it called? Like the current pop culture stuff. I always enjoy that stuff. I might not be as involved in it as Stephanie is, but I enjoy it, and I like that she loves it. So I want to go, and I went with you one time at least.
We went for, I think it was like 2012 or something.
It was a long time ago, and it was
pre-cosplay.
It was like it was like casual attendance.
It was a lot smaller than what it is now.
Is it?
And, yeah,
I'm excited to see how it is.
It's a really fun time, and I think now that I've gone as a cosplayer, it's so much fun. And I used to go over an entire weekend. I used to go like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And like, it's so much fun. And it's such a bizarre way to spend your weekend, because you go and you do that, and then you come back to work and to real life, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's almost like a vacation.
Right.
Where you come back and you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
But it's so different, because, you spend the weekend being a different person, or especially if you're a cosplayer. Like
right.
You spend the weekend being a different person, whatever else. And I think it's going to be interesting going back as a cosplayer. I haven't done it in a very long time. I'm excited to do it. I'm not going to do it all weekend, but I am excited to like go back and like hang out and like do whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things where
I care about Stephanie enough to, I think
it's cool that you want to like be integrated in that space and be like, yeah, I want to see what this life is like.
And I feel like I care about her enough where I know a lot of her followers and friends from the cosplay world, that it's like I kind of want to go and meet some people and like see people and like
I think that's
put faces
so cool.
to names. And
that's something that I talked about on the last episode, where I talk about how like when it comes to a significant other, I want them to be somewhat integrated into my space. And that means if I say, oh, I'm going out to dinner tonight, I want them to ask with who, and not in a possessive, who are you going with way. But I want you to go, oh, yeah, who are you going with?
Right.
The same way that you would. The same way that if I told you, I'm going out to dinner tonight, that you would go, who are you going with? Well,
first of all, I'd be like, why are you saying it like that? You should be like, I'm going out to dinner with this person at this time.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I shouldn't have to fish for those details.
Like,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But it would be who are you going with?
Right.
And I think that's like a normal thing. And
I feel like you've done that before in the form of like, oh yeah, I'm going out with like a guy that I've been talking to. I'd be like, tell me more.
Who is this man? And I think that if I'm doing something like that with a significant other, I would want them to go, who are you going with?
Right.
Who is that? Like
what time are you going?
To know,
like what are you going to be doing? Like,
not in a possessive way, but in a concern/interested way where I want to be integrated in your life. I want to know who these people are. So I think it's super cool to know that like when I go to C2E2 that like you might go to one of the days, because I would love that. I would love for you to like meet the people that I hang out with, to like be a part of that, because it's a really fun part of my life that I haven't done in a really long time.
Yeah.
So I think for you to experience that, I think it would be really fucking fun for you to experience that too.
Yeah.
So I think it would be awesome. So I think that sharing experiences with people, like and showing interest in their hobbies and everything is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Do you need to be involved in everything? Do you want to be fucking a part of every single cosplay thing that I do? No. But yeah, I want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you want out of a significant other too.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I think that's really cool. So the hobby thing, great one. So let's go to the next green flag, which is going to be he notices small things about you and actually puts an effort in to remember those things.
Well, did you write that one?
I didn't write that one, dude. I didn't write that
I'm
one.
about to say,
But
that's
what I
your
experienced
green flag.
I know that is something that fucking kills me. Is that when somebody like notices tiny things about me, and that to me is such a whimsical, beautiful thing that it's like, oh yeah, well I noticed that you like that, so I got that for you. That to me is like, I love it. I don't know. I think it's so cute.
That's a very green flag. I feel like in a new relationship or an old one, it's important, like to just notice and consider little things like that. Where my significant other loves, red roses or whatever, I'm gonna get them every couple months just to remind them that I'm thinking of them. Or a lot of times what my husband will do, if he like has a moment where he's like at a convenience store or a gas station and he has a moment to like grab a snack, he'll get my favorite snack and just bring it home and be like, oh, I was at the store and the snack, made me think of you. Or I thought like, oh, I'm going to get this because I'm, I had the moment to do it.
I love that.
Just little things like that.
Yeah.
Like you just need someone that just like considers you in that moment. Excuse me, Stash.
Yeah,
we don't need to hear your soundtrack of scratchings.
He said, I need to scratch the pole next to your microphone really quick. No, but I think that's really sweet. I think that's like a super green flag.
Yes.
I love that.
It just means they're thinking of you and they're going out of their way to show it, and that's very important for sure.
I love that. So let's see. Another one is a conversation that doesn't feel forced and an ability to be genuine immediately. Which to me, I guess, doesn't feel like a green flag as much as it feels like a normal thing.
If I'm not even going to go any further, if somebody isn't acting genuine,
that's what I mean. I think that if the conversation feels forced, I'm not going into more than 2 days into it.
That's not even like worth a relationship.
If you're not responding to things, why am I here? Why am I talking to you?
No.
That's actually really
if
fucking
you're gonna
annoying.
be like fake as fuck and not fuck,
what are we doing?
Okay, bye forever.
So that I agree. That's a super weird one.
That's like if you're not doing that, that's a red flag. I don't even think that's a green flag. I think that's a normal flag. Like,
right,
you're weird if you're not doing that.
Yeah. Somebody else said asking to text you when I'm home safe, which I do love that. Yeah. I do love when somebody's like, text me when you get home.
Yeah.
I love that. Or they ask you, that's the other one, is that like if I don't text you when I get home right away, you go, are you home?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I need that shot up.
Yeah, that's a green flag too. And also in my slightly high expectations of people, a normal thing. If someone isn't asking me to text someone.
Do you not care that I died?
Right. What if I died? You don't even care.
What are you, nuts?
But yeah, no, it's definitely a green flag for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I love that one too.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's something like when somebody goes, yeah, I'll text you when I get home. I'm like, oh yeah, you better.
Yeah,
I love that.
You're like, yeah,
I'm
turned on.
Oh, it's so good. Or alternatively, again, if I'm going home soon. I'm out with whatever.
Right.
And they go, or did you get home okay? Are you good? I'm like,
yeah, it's like you care.
Oh my God, you care about my well-being. That's so crazy. By the way, bare minimum.
Right. Literally, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
actually,
it is green flags, but it's also like, I feel like anyone should be doing that.
Right.
I do that to friends,
Somebody else said showing actual interest in things I'm talking about, asking a lot of questions, which I think kind of goes hand in hand with the hobbies thing.
Yeah. That we kind of already.
Right. But I think it also goes hand in hand with like if I say, oh yeah, I'm reading a new book, and somebody goes, What book are you reading? What is it
Oh,
about?
it's kind of like
the bird theory.
The bird theory,
yes,
where
yeah.
it's like,
I saw a bird today.
I saw this bird out the window. If someone's like, cool. Anyway, or if someone's like, oh, what did it look like?
Right.
Where did you see it? Like, you know, what kind of bird was it? Like,
let me know how it went.
Right.
Or like, oh, I'm recording a podcast. Okay, let me know how it goes.
Right.
Or something like,
what did you guys talk about?
Yeah, what did you guys do? What did you guys talk about? You know, I'm going to Walgreens with my mom. Okay, well, did you buy anything? Like anything that shows any kind of interest as to what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's a huge green flag, and I think that not a lot of men do that.
Mm-hmm.
I know in my experience, a lot of men don't ask, oh, I saw this poem today and it made me cry. Okay, cool.
Sometimes,
all right.
I feel like it's just a normal thing that men sometimes forget to do. It's like,
which is unfortunate because, like, well, you could learn a lot about me if you knew what the poem was.
Well, and I think the green flag is if a guy does it sometimes. If he forgets to do it all the time, then that's when you, as a woman, step in and tell him how he is wrong about that.
Hey, let me drop kick you really quick and shove this poem in your face.
Roy was good about that most of the time, but sometimes he won't ask me or like whatever. And I'll be like, he'll be like, how was your night out or whatever? I'm like, good. And then he'll just be like, cool anyway. And I'll be like, so you don't care about anything else that happened?
So you just hate me then?
So you want to like get a divorce? What's happening?
Okay,
no,
well, I guess I'll just kill you.
But yeah, I think that's important if a guy or a significant other is like interested in your details. And that's like you said, it's the same thing as the hobbies thing pretty much.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Somebody else said let's see. I'm trying to read through these. When they're funny, supportive, nice, and understanding, which I feel like are bare minimums. I feel like
that's not really green flags. I feel like green flags are more specific, but that's just like a general rundown of like what somebody would want out of something, like a relationship. Yeah,
like that's like a normal. Like, that's not a weird. Oh well, that's a green flag. It's like, no, honey, that's a bare minimum.
Yeah,
that's
just like what people should be. But green flags, I think, are more specific. Maybe this person didn't really understand what green flags are.
Right. Which will bring us into the overrated green flags.
Ooh, question, those ones are probably more interesting in my opinion.
Yeah, these are interesting ones. So when I say overrated green flags, what I'm saying is that like this is something that is a good thing, but people put too much emphasis on how good of a thing it is.
Right.
So, for example, one of them was their fast texter. I do think that there's too much emphasis on that because I think that being a fast texter means that you're too available. And it's like, I can be a fast texter, but there are days where it's going to take me a while to get back to you. Mm-hmm. And I think that somebody who is constantly available to you all the time, that has something to say all the time, I'm like, at what point is it just filler?
Right.
You know, at what point are we just talking just to talk?
Or like, do you not have anything else going on?
There's nothing going on right now.
Right. Like, I think generally as a woman, millennial, we tend to be a little bit more people pleasy, a little bit more anxious. Like, not every day and not all the time and not every person, but I feel like as a general rule, a lot of older millennial women are. Like, we want to make sure no one's mad at us or reads into our text the wrong way.
Right.
But I think, like, so we want to respond quickly. If we see it, we'll respond. But a lot of times, like, as I've gotten older, I've realized, like, I'll see a text and I'll know it's there, but I don't open it. I don't mentally or, like, physically have the time, you know, to put the effort into that response that I want to put into it. So I'll see that it came through, but I'm like, my daughter is crying or she just shat her pants or whatever, whatever the case. I have to feed her lunch or I have to put her down for a nap or I have only 20 minutes to shower and, you know, eat lunch. So I'm like, okay, I have to do this. I have to prioritize my time. Like, I want to respond to my significant other or my friends or whatever quickly, but I also have a life.
Right.
So I will, when I have the moment and I have the energy and the brain power to put into a response, then I'll respond.
Right.
So I think, yeah, being a fast texter, if someone's like, not, this is a very exaggerated example. Someone's like, what's your philosophy on life? And if that takes a moment,
Whoa.
that takes a moment to respond to, right? That takes some thought and energy and
I need
time.
to
Philosophize.
philosophize.
So if someone asks me that and I'm just like, oh, I want to be fast, I'm just like, do good stuff. And that's like
Do good.
Yeah, do
That's
good.
it.
And I send it because I want to be fast. I want to respond quickly,
Right.
and I want to whatever. That's overrated. Like I would rather have someone have the moment
Right.
to respond to me in a meaningful way,
Right.
you know?
Right. No, I agree. Same. I totally agree with you.
She's like, what she said.
Also, what she said, she could articulate it better than I could. But no, I agree. I think that I have a lot of time on my hands, so it's easy for me to be a fast texter. But there are times where I'm doing something like this, where we're doing this, so I can't respond to somebody because
We have a lot of time on our hands in different ways.
Yeah.
You're busy at work a lot where your brain power is towards numbers and
yeah.
whatever computer stuff. I'm distracted.
Yeah.
I'm distracted by my daughter shouting or crying or
Right.
cackling in my ears or Miss
Right.
Rachel in the playing or
Sure.
whatever, toys are going off. I'm a distracted person. I'm not necessarily like brain power is like, ugh, I can't
Right.
focus.
Right.
So yeah, we have different ways of whatever, not being able to put 100% in, but it doesn't mean like we're not, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I agree for sure. So the fast texture thing,
Yeah.
I think we both agree is like it's a cool thing. Sure, I love that you're
From
getting back
time
to
to
me,
time,
but
yeah.
I don't expect that you're going to get back to me ASAP all the time.
From time to time, like if we're in the middle of texting back and forth,
If
and
we're
then
in the
you
middle of
suddenly disappear,
if we're in the middle of a very serious conversation and suddenly you're like, oh,
I'm gonna take 3 hours respond to
so
that.
what did you do? You threw your
Right.
phone to a fucking side when we were in the middle of a crazy conversation? No,
Yeah.
but so the next one is expensive dates and gifts. As long as they are thoughtful and considerate, I'm good. Which I will agree with that. Like I am somebody that I personally, and this is something that I've told somebody that I'm seeing is that like I make enough money for myself. I'm good. I do well financially and everything. What I am looking for is somebody that can take care of me emotionally and that can be there for me in other ways. So do I need a big fancy dick? Is that something that they have worried about? Is, well, I don't know if this date's going to be good enough. I'm going to love it. Am I
Right.
there with you and you planned it? I'm already in.
Right.
I'm sold.
We talked about this in the last one, I
Yeah.
think. I was like, we don't need a perfect fucking date. We just
Yeah.
need you to put effort and thought into it, and we're most likely going to have a
Yeah,
good time.
do anything that involves us, and I think it's going to be awesome. So, does it need to be expensive? No, actually.
No.
So that's something that I actually did recently. Was I got the AMC pass last year, right? Like the
Yeah.
get 50% off. So on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I get 50% off tickets. So it's like a $6.50 ticket. So then I also got the popcorn pass, which, bitch, you get a large popcorn. It's like $3 or something. I don't know, 3, 4,
It's
$5.
definitely cheaper than it normally is.
Yeah. And so now I can go to the movie theater alone and probably go see a movie and get a large popcorn for about $10. Where now if I go with a significant other, it's about, 15, $20 or something. Or with you. It's under $20.
Right.
And that's essentially like that's why I got it.
Yeah.
It's because I was like, I want to be able to go to the movies, get a cheap ticket, also get cheap popcorn. Now it's an entire night. Now it's a whole date night.
Right.
Cheap. And that's something that I was just planning, not just for whoever I'm seeing right now, but for like the future date thing.
Yeah.
So you think about that where like you apply that to any situation. Take me to a fucking ramen spot, take me to a Panera, take me to anywhere and just go, yeah, I wanted to grab lunch with you and whatever. and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it.
Right.
I'm here with you. Awesome. It's a date spot. I love it.
Right. It doesn't have to be, because I feel like a lot of people, and this is, I'm coming from a married point of view. A lot of people, like, when you get into a married groove of same Z's every day is the same, or every week is the same, and whatever, it's like, it's not about like, oh, we need to plan this big extravagant night out because it's our one night out a month or whatever. A lot of times it's like the little things. Like sometimes my husband will bring home dinner. I'll be like, can you pick up sushi? And he'll be like, hell yeah, because he wants sushi. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So he picks it up. Sometimes I have to do the order, but he'll pick it up and do the heavy lifting of that. And, you know, once my daughter's in bed and we're both showered in our cozies, cuddle up, eat some sushi, put on a show we're watching or a movie. And that sometimes is like better than going out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you're home, you're comfortable, you're chill, you're like in your comfortable clothes and your blankies and couch. And it's like, I don't need expensive, crazy, wild night out.
Yeah.
Every now and then it's nice to have something cute, or even like a surprise, like, oh, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? I might be able to get home early. Like, let's go and get, like, we like to go to Mitsuwa sometimes and just like go to the market and like buy some random shit and go to like whatever. Maybe, can we do that today? Like, especially if Evie, or my daughter, is at like his parents for the day. Like, yeah, I think we could do that, whatever. Like, those are like sometimes the best nights, you know, as opposed to like the crazy extravagant, like expensive fast. And at the same time, when you're married, his money is my money. So sometimes thinking about the expensive shit, I'm like,
I don't think I want to do
yeah,
that.
maybe like let's not do that because like Christmas is coming up and I want to save the money to buy presents.
Right. Hey, maybe I don't want to do that.
So yeah, sometimes just like the cute little gestures go so far.
Right. So another was it overrated green flag is being agreeable in everything. Like, I don't want to date my twin.
Interesting.
Which is an interesting one. It came from a guy.
Huh.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to feel about that. I agree, but I also like am like, agreeable on what?
I agree, but I don't want to be agreeable.
What do you mean agreeable on what? Because I get that. Yeah. Obviously, you want to have some push and pull. You don't want this person to like be the same of everything.
Wait, hold on. Pause, time out. Read it again.
Being agreeable in everything, period. Like, I don't want to date my twin.
Okay. So I guess what I'm getting from that is they must have dated somebody that even if they had a certain view about something, say, oh, I hate newspapers. Oh, that's what I'm looking at your wall and there's a newspaper looking thing. I hate newspapers. And then the significant other is like, oh, I actually love a newspaper. I like to read. You know what? No, I like them. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That it's like, I can see as being like, you can have
your own opinions
about things.
Right.
Like it's we don't need to be the same person.
That makes sense. Yeah, where it's like they change who they are to be agreeable.
Right. They don't want to like make you they don't want to like make you upset or like
that makes sense.
Yeah, like go against the grain of how you're thinking.
Right.
But there's other instances that I know I've run into and you've run into, and I know you've told me this before, where I think as in general, Stephanie and I are the same in a lot of ways, where we like a lot of shit, you know, we like a lot of movies, we like a lot of music, we like a lot of, you know, technology, like computer games, whatever. We like going out, we like staying in, like we like a lot of shit, you know? So we can be agreeable in that instance.
Yeah.
So if someone is agreeable in that instance where they're like, no, I want to go out to the movies, or I like going out to a show, or I like going out to experience new things.
Yeah.
And, then, some people just like doing a lot of things.
I think that's kind of where I'm having trouble agreeing with it, because it's like I feel like I'm very much a yes girl, and I always have been.
Yeah.
And it's easy for me to date somebody, and if they say, oh, well, I'm super into golfing, I'm not. But if it's something that you like, and it's kind of, it goes back to the hobby thing that we were talking about the last episode, where it's like, I don't like golfing, but if it's something that you're into, I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to, like, see what happens here. So I don't know if that means that I'm being like agreeable or whatever, but I think it's more of like, I'm just trying to take interest in what you like.
Right.
And seeing if, like, I can find some kind of fun in it so that I can join you sometimes. Not all the time. I don't always want to do this with you, but
yeah, I think that this person might have benefited from being slightly more specific, because
like agreeable and everything, I guess. How so?
Right. Agreeable in activities.
Right.
And things you like to do.
Or agreeable in, like, everything
opinions,
where it's like,
and like,
yeah,
that.
Like, I actually hate that. Oh, I hate that too.
Right.
Yeah.
I
think that's a different thing. Yeah. Where
weird.
I think that would be.
That's kind of creepy.
It's
Actually,
almost like, okay, well, what's your opinion on it?
right?
But,
like what do you actually think and feel?
Can you give me some evidence on
right?
that? Or like, no.
Right.
So yeah, I think I agree there.
Yeah.
Another one is the stigma around your partner has to be obsessed with you all the time, which we have talked about before.
Yeah.
With the whole book talk thing, where it's like, I don't think that that's okay. I think that the idea of it is cute and very yearning and very like, I'm into it.
Right.
But I think the actual idea behind it is kind of scary.
Yeah. It's a little unhealthy for sure.
Like, I definitely want my partner to, like, be thinking of me and to like be into me
in a general, like, lighthearted way.
Yeah.
Sure. I want a partner to be obsessed with me.
Right.
But in an actual serious, sincere way, no, they should not. They should have a healthy attachment to me, and also have a lighthearted, like, if you're obsessed with me, you're obsessed with, like, your hobbies and other things you love. I don't think it should be like a creepy obsession.
Right.
No.
It shouldn't be like a weird fucking thing. It should
no.
be like, I don't know, like, oh yeah, I'm super into my girl. I love her. I think she's fantastic, and whatever. Not, I don't know. Where is she right now? Where's her location? Let me check her location.
Yeah, I don't know the overrated green flag of that. I feel like that to me is always kind of a red flag, unless you put the asterisk of it being like a lighthearted, like, I'm obsessed with her because I think about her all the time and I want her to be happy. But
what's the obsession? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the level?
Is the obsession like a super sweet, like, oh my God, I love her and I think she's fucking really cool and I want her to be happy all the time? Or is the obsession like, I have 6 monitors on my fucking wall that show where she's at all times.
Like, I pay attention to every step and move she makes.
What's the obsession here?
Every breath you take.
God. So the next one was, they're 100% into everything that you're into. I want something that of my own so that I can talk about it.
That's kind of on the same vein.
We did talk about like the hobbies thing. Of, I do think that I want to be into a little bit of what you're into, but at the same time, I don't want to be 100% into everything that you do, because I think that you should have something that's for yourself and I should have something that's for myself. So
100%.
I think that like that we've kind of
we've kind of covered that one.
We already kind of dove into that a little bit. And then somebody else said, a person that's always claiming to be positive. To me, it's more about action over words, which is an interesting one, because I think that words versus actions is a huge one.
Oh yeah.
I think that somebody going, oh yeah, I know, I love this and I love that and I'm so happy and I'm so this and whatever, and then but the actions being like, oh yeah, I fucking hate everything, or everything bad always happens to me or whatever. So I think that's a tough one to. I
feel like that's the way that person worded it, or like
it was worded a little bit odd.
Okay, so the overrated green flag would be somebody who is always trying to push you to be positive and to try to be positive themselves. I feel like that's the overrated green flag, because somebody who's trying to push the positive and push you to be positive and always like pretend to be positive isn't the same as actually being positive, you know?
Right. Somebody like claiming to be positive to me, it's more over actions over words. So yeah, I think maybe it's not just positive. I think it's more somebody going like, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to make sure that I'm there for you. I'm going to make sure this or
like
whatever.
being preachy about it. Like they don't practice it themselves. You know, they're constantly like, oh my God, my fucking life is so sucky. Like I can never get a break at work or whatever the case is. But then when you are bitching about whatever you're going through, they're like, you just need to think about the positive. And you're like, shut the fuck up, you know?
I will actually drop kick you in your
face.
Right. It's actually fucking insane.
Right.
Yeah, no. So I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Where if your actions don't match your words, in a sense of...
That's almost like more of a red flag than an overrated green flag. Right. But yeah, I get that one.
Yeah, I think they meant it like somebody who's always like trying to be positive, like, oh, I like you're. It's like where somebody's just like too positive, and you're like, shut the fuck up. Like, oh well, have you thought about like, oh, this happened to you? Well, have you thought that maybe the universe like has a better plan for you? Which, like, I would never say that to somebody. Like, I would never be like, oh, that happened to you and that really fucking sucks. Well, have you thought that maybe the universe wants something better for you? That's insane.
No, like, there's very few it's like almost like a toxic, that's a cool thing to say.
Like a toxic positivity. Right. I think maybe that's what they're maybe trying to say is like the toxic positivity of, you know, oh, well, it's just because like God does this.
I'm sorry that your favorite pet that you've ever owned died, but like think of the positives. Yeah, you're like, shut the
like now you can adopt one that like doesn't have a home.
Like,
and you're like,
can you actually? I'm sad. Like, please shut up.
What if I slit your throat? Hey, quick question.
Stop.
But yeah, I think that was actually all of the overrated green flags. So,
damn.
Yeah.
We got through them all.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. I think this is a little bit shorter of an episode, but we're kind of happy about it.
Yeah.
So, I think when you guys are listening to this, it's going to be 2026, which, by the way, happy 2026.
Happy New Year.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Ooh, if you guys are still here in 2026, hi. We
Hello.
love you.
This year is going to be great. We have so many fun plans for this year, and we're going to try to do some fun drops on Etsy and have some really awesome episodes of the podcast planned. So please come along with us. And we appreciate you guys so much for listening.
Join us for the ride.
Happy New Year.
We're so excited. Happy freaking New Year. I hope you guys all spent everything awesome and really well.
Hope you like drank a bottle of champagne and shit.
And if you didn't, I hope you drank a bottle of like apple juice or whatever it is that you guys do.
Fucking bottle of tea, you know?
Bottle of whatever you want. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to us tonight. We appreciate you guys. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Actually, you know what? All right, I want to take a moment to send a heartfelt thanks to everyone that has donated and shown us just such incredible support. Your encouragement has been both motivating and just extremely instrumental in helping us bring this super fun dream and adventure to life. And we're just so excited and beyond excited, actually, to start the journey. So a few special thank yous to Samantha, Chiblet, Darth Silent Bob, Dave M., Jess Bagel, who has a health and wellness journal available now at colorcodedcookie.com, Katie Edward, who wrote Call on Me and is one of the few books that I've actually finished and loved and read and everything in the last year and a half, Dustin, aka Wicked Warrior, your face and body painting skills never failed to amaze me, dude. You're doing incredible. Our beautiful friends, Gloria and Joanna, Tim, Mauricio Armachea, Greg, Squeegee, my friend Jason Abadi. Thank you for validating my thoughts while I navigate dating men. I appreciate you always listening to me yap. My lavender in life, Oz, who helped keep me grounded during one of the harder times in my life. To my wonderful family, my uncle Chris and his wife Letty, my incredible cousins, Eric and Chingona. You guys are always cheering me on. My parents, Mallory's husband Roy, who I also consider to be my family. Your unwavering support just absolutely means the world to us. And then finally to Mallory, you listened to me talk about a dream out loud, about starting a podcast. And not only did you encourage me to take the leap, but you took it with me. And I mean, you're my best friend and I love you. And I couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else. So thank you guys again for listening, for being here, for supporting us and encouraging us. And we will catch you on the next one.